Yeah, I mean, what you really need when you really sit in the silence is peace. And the only way to peace is through understanding and acceptance. The only way to that is through functional communication. Could you see what this really is? If you had a bunch of me's who were authentic and accountable and response able, living into their supernatural beingness, being a head or a source of communing for community, the system is done. I'm the biggest threat ever. And I'm not bragging, I'm just saying that self is self. The universe is macro, as above, so below. Anything you see out there is in here. You have to have some ego in this life to go past all the tests and challenges when everyone else tells you you're crazy. If you don't have some level of ego, you're not gonna get that done. You're gonna fold. That's just what I found to be true for me. You can't worry about what you're gonna lose. You have to focus on what you're gonna gain. Your self-respect, your honor for your nature, and an ability to use your discernment to check other people in their ego. And nobody's above that program. Let's really understand that there's like many levels and moving parts to this. You know, you gotta have the understanding with the discernment, and you have to have the application with enough ego to check someone else's ego when they want to lead you where they want you to go rather than where we all need to go. And there has to be some level of trust in oneself. See, there's the refocus. It's not the inclination to be possessive, it's what are you trying to possess? Think I'm gonna be possessive over a person, place, or thing and lose my peace and my connection to that and my discernment? Absolutely not. Because supernaturally, we're meant to be a certain thing, it would seem. We gotta get into alignment with that. That's God's will, so to speak. And yeah, it's not always pretty, and it's not always what culture and society shows you. Oftentimes, it's the exact opposite. Let's get it out on the table. I love the game. Right? If you love life and you love the game and completion, you love talking about your thoughts and feelings, because we're gonna get to something through this shit one way or the other. You don't want to do this process. You don't want to step out completely into faith. You don't want to be radically fucking authentic to the point you might chase everyone away. Well, you ain't gonna get to reap the benefits and status or reward of real man. You're gonna be Pinocchio, fashioned in the wood shop, attached with the strings, lying your whole life with your nose growing. The system thrives off of beta males not knowing themselves and being in their position, not leading but following, and getting to the women through the benefits and privileges and turning that house into chaos against God's law and God's alignment. Why do you think they hate me so much and come up against me so much? Because I'm trying to free a whole bunch of motherfuckers from themselves and a generational systemic problem where we've rebuked creation and our supernatural beingness for sophisticated, civilized society. But ultimately, there's an organization here within the seeming chaos. There's a bigger understanding that we can align with to move out of what we see here as so disempowering and beyond us. You know, there's a direct connection to internal and external space. They've proven that. So let's get really real with ourselves and each other. Let's reconcile the collective unconscious. Let's move into purpose and meaning and reconciliation, and let's co-create. Gonna respect a motherfucker like me who does without for a while and sacrifices with discipline so they could build a future.